alters. Fate alters.
Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
That's it?
Gather at the turtle!
All the barricades, I wanna know why they hold me back. Need a miracle to break me through, but I won't get back. If I wasn't real, one day, then I could save me from turning around. Lift me off the ground, one day, I'm free. Yeah, I wanna be a real one day. Heaven lift me up from undone. Wishing I could be somehow stronger now, so I can fight away all the pain inside me. Never be afraid of the fate that finds me. Wishing I could be stronger, so I can be a real wonder.
If you wanna be a wonder, baby, come and show it. Tell me what you feel in your heart and your soul. There's nothing I would take for granted. With me, we'll make it through. It's too hard to fix heartbreak. We grew apart, I made a mistake, but I'll try to make it up to you, my darling. Ooh.
Yeah, I wanna be a real wonder. Heaven lift me up from undone. Wishing I could be somehow stronger now,
So I can find a way out of pain inside me. Never be afraid of the fate that finds me. Wish that I could be stronger, so I can be a real wonder. So I can find a way out of pain inside me. Never be afraid of the fate that finds me. Wish that I could be stronger, so I can be a real wonder.
Trail leaves a bitter taste. Trying to escape? Bullseye! Ah! Watch my blade!
The enemy has slain the turtle.
On my word!
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on
can cost lives.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
You've been knocked down and got up again. In a corner, you're surrounded, no defenders. You've hid your fury and kept it in, but it's time now you ignite and turn to embers. Like a phoenix.
Power